It's my birthday today, and unfortunately, of enjoying it. Well, it's not like I'm home now. Let's just say that now I have to talk about this because it's a big thing to talk about. By the way, thanks for the birthday wishes. I appreciate it. So I'm not saying this is like a birthday gift for me, even though I do things amusing. So it's like it's kind of funny this is happening on my birthday weekend. But anyways, so CM Punk got fired from AEW. He was released by AEW. His contract was terminated. This is definitely one of the biggest releases that AEW has ever done since its beginning. And it's basically been coming. It's been a sort of thing that's inevitable. And you never thought this would happen. Or you never thought really it has gone that bad that this is going to happen. And it's funny. This was the guy who people thought was going to save, that was going to make this company elevate it even more. You know? AEW was making out this was going to elevate its company even more. That this was the company that brought CM Punk back to wrestling. Where the Young Bucks, basically at the time, we created AEW and we brought CM Punk back to wrestling. Boy, how much a year made after that? Because 2022, the Brawl Out situation, where CM Punk got attacked by the EVPs because he said things that offended them. But, it was also, his fault for basically, bashing these people, whatever. But in anything, again, whatever. We're going to get to full detail. And now, after a year later from that, literally a year later, almost a year later, in the Brawl-In, or whatever, it's not even a brawl, but he had a controversy with Jungle Boy. And now apparently it's been said that the production crew, Tony Khan himself, his danger was threatened, that he was in danger. Isn't that funny? Tony Khan he felt like he was in danger or something too. That wouldn't happen with McMahon. You know damn well, because McMahon's such an alpha Chad. But he won't take this shit. But that's what's gonna happen. But isn't it funny? This was what the guy that people think that was going to save this fucking company. And again, this is coming from a guy. I'm not going to not lie to you. This is the one of the only guys that people give a fuck about AEW. The only reason why I would seem like I'm defending the motherfucker is because, like or not, this was one of your only stars, by the way, quote unquote stars, you have had in your fucking company. Jericho is sure a star, but it's not enough. Sting, star, big name, but you barely use him, you don't even showcase him enough, and apparently, it's the best run he's ever had, yet he's fucking just being a side act, and he's helping Darby Allin. What else do you really have other than them? You don't really showcase your fucking top wrestlers to be, main eventers, really. MJF sure is main eventer, but you're not. I don't even feel like you're using him to a full potential. He's not main eventing the shows. Instead, you have jobbers main event the show. You have Jon Moxley there too, sure, but it's is he really doing anything? Again, keep in mind, Jon Moxley was the same guy that drew low ratings in 2016 for WWE. So, is he really that big star? Not that I'm not saying I don't like Jon Moxley. Well, let's be honest here. There's a difference between liking Dean Ambrose, Jon Moxley, or whatever. I like the Dean Ambrose from The Shield than the fucking quirky, I'm crazy. And then the fucking quirky Jon Moxley, I'm crazy, I'm insane, but I make goofy, crazy faces. Get it? I'm a lunatic. I'm actually a lunatic here in AEW. I'm crazy. Jon Moxley. Dean Ambrose, but not Jon Moxley. Oh, shut up. Isn't it funny that how much 2 years that people thought this guy was going to save this company, and all of a sudden that literally everyone in the fucking back hate this guy, and fucking, the fans even turn on this motherfucker because of some bullshit that he crapped on even what the Elite are doing or whatever, or what they've done. Here's one thing I will say about Punk. It's funny how this guy seemed to be like having this old school mentality, and people don't give him credit that he actually is looking out for the wrestlers. Like, for example, what kind of also start this shit that why he got fired. He looked out for fucking Jungle Boy, who wanted to use real glass. And obviously, like, I'll keep in mind, sure, you know, Jungle Boy could not listen to him and maybe he could learn his own, sure. But obviously, like, fucking, you know, disrespecting the fucking guys doesn't help. And then also, basically, calling him out on him does not help at all. So that's part of it. It's also Jungle Boy's fault. Let's be fucking for real here. Let's drink him on my fucking birthday. And let's find me some bitches go oh shit on the big black couch on my fucking birthday. And I hope y'all drinking my colas. Your Coca-Cola status class magnicity, folks, ladies and gentlemen. Oh shit, cheers. Cheers, motherfuckers. Jungle Boy, yeah, him and Jungle Boy had a thing. That's what led to it. And then basically the main thing that led to him getting fired, his situation was CM Punk, after the fucking, before his match with Samoa Joe, Jungle Boy comes out, like, you know, going to the fucking gorilla position or whatever. He gets confronted by Punk, but then apparently, people said that Jungle Boy didn't hit anybody. According to news, Jungle Boy shoved the motherfucker. He shoved Punk. And then Punk fucking retort. Like, what are you gonna fucking do? Like, if anything, Punk was provoked. But apparently it's his fucking fault, solely. Case in point, we don't know what also happened. Maybe he did, and I'm not denying that if they had to fucking let him go, because again, all the bullshit was going on, then okay. Okay. But keep in mind, CM Punk is like one of your big stars you have. And that's just sad. That's just sad. The biggest star you had, because like or not, the reason why he's like bigger than everybody, because he went to UFC after WWE. Got his ass kicked. But definitely is known as that guy's ass kicked. Right? Isn't that sad? But that's what he's known for. But seriously, CM Punk was like one of the top indie stars, and AEW is basically a glorified indie promotion. He basically fit for those people, and he's like one of the only people that people kind of cared for. And he did make people care about AEW a little bit, just a little bit. I mean, was he that important when he returned that people were gonna watch AEW? I'm gonna tell you, it's not a lot. He was not like a big draw for casual viewers to keep watching. You still basically went back to being this is sad. Rampage is a fucking joke of a show. That his debut on Rampage, and Rampage is literally no reason to get any love. Like, Rampage basically became a jobber show now. That was the show he debuted in. And look at it now, he's gone already. He's fucking gone. And that show will always be known as a fucking joke. Collision was created for apparently CM Punk, right? Because, you know, they need a top star. What are they going to do for fucking Collision now? I saw the fucking results. Did not look fucking pretty. The result did not look fucking pretty. It's not making people watch the show. Obviously, it doesn't help that, yeah, you're fucking, you know, you're going against Payback. But come on here. Even after Payback, watch. Nobody's going to fucking watch Collision. Nobody. Nobody's going to fucking watch Collision. Oh, don't worry. We had stars before AEW. We're gonna have stars now. Guess what, motherfuckers? You still are in the same shit. Even with Punk, you still struggle with the fucking ratings. The only reason why I'm saying that Punk is like, because again, like it or not, he's one of your only big stars that at least some people will look forward to. Okay? Like it or not, that was also like one of the only things I look forward to with Punk, because like at least like again, I'm not going to say I'm a CM Punk fan or a big Punk mark. I do like Punk because, again, you know, he is one of the few indie stars that actually was cool. The only reason why, because the guy can cut a promo. I will admit that. Like or not, CM Punk can cut a promo. He's actually not a bad wrestler. He has that sort of... Maybe that's God's... I'm just probably half-assing it. I'm saying bullshit. I don't fucking know. But, seriously, like, I don't hate Punk. There was a part of me that like, of course, the pipe bomb. People like Punk because of the pipe bomb and him, you know, seems like he's the voice of the voiceless. Him fucking, you know, think he's a rebel in WWE. And guess what happened, folks? He left. This should have been a message to AEW and everybody what kind of person Punk is. Like or not, the guy has always been a crybaby bitch. He left the company claiming that it was his staph infection, he was gonna fucking die, and he was burnt out. But guess what? He left because he fucking was not booked into what he wanted to do. He was a crybaby bitch too. This should have been a message. And people were defending Punk that he should come back and blah blah blah. Look what happened. He came back to wrestling 7 years later after failing in UFC, and then guess what? All the fucking drama happens. And guess what? I'm not saying it's all Punk's fault. It's not Punk's fault. Or not all of it's Punk's fault. Yes, he is a fucking drama queen. He is. He's gonna fucking be who he is. Even though I do think part of it is jealousy with these wrestlers. And I will say this, apparently, like, before this, and Jungle Boy and him were cool, right? Apparently, you know, the problem, like, what I remember, and I read this, like, last year, CM Punk did fucking, you know, he tried to give a veteran advice to all these young guys, right? But they wouldn't listen. They wouldn't listen like him, like, try to have a better style. They want to be the indie style, which I respected Punk. Like, hey, you know, he kind of knows that the indie style won't draw ratings, but, like, you gotta help, you know, but they won't listen to him. Okay. That happened. But already, apparently, people were jealous of him or hated him. Eddie Kingston on that promo basically showcased, like, you know, like that, him, when Punk and him were feuding a little bit, maybe true words fucking happened that time, and that's something what Eddie Kingston pointed out. Hangman Page fucking said, you know, nobody wants fights AEW versus CM Punk, because apparently he has a problem with Punk being there, because either it was out of jealousy or whatever. But look what happened now. It led to Punk being pissed off against fucking Adam Page and also the Elite, because they're all fucking affiliated with each other. And look what happened now. Then it leaked the fucking brawl out scenario that happened last year, and now the fucking Jungle Boy shit, and led to Punk fucking getting fired. Let's read what happened here. Like Tony Khan said. And do I think it's justified that CM Punk was fired? I do think that the only again, for people that he got fired because of Jungle Boy shit. The clear reason why he got fired was, again, multiple issues that happened. Part of it was the Jungle Boy thing. But then, obviously, you have to look back what happened at All Out. But given that, I mean, like, usually you think 3 strikes, you're out, right? 3 strikes type of deal. But what probably escalated to, like, you have, like, basically took 2 strikes is that, again, backstage, Tony Khan, we weren't there. We're not there, we don't fucking know. Tony Khan mentioned that, you know, his life was threatened, the production people were threatened. Okay. Maybe that's why he got, and you know what? Sure. Let him go. But this all could have been prevented. Let's be honest here. This all could have been prevented if Tony Khan wasn't such a fucking mark. Let's be honest here. The guy was a fucking mark. And though I do not hate Punk, I like him more than a lot of these indie guys. That's why I praise him. Do I think he's the greatest of all time? No. But he's definitely better. There was a reason why I liked Punk at the time and all this shit, and I still prefer him more than a lot of these people. But do I think he's like the most entertaining guy in the world? No. But he's fucking... He's like sadly one of the only guys that people care, because even though like he's not a big draw as people like think he is, and I don't think he's a big draw, but he's a draw for the Smarks. Now the Smart, why would the Smarks care about AEW? I mean, they're always gonna kind of care, because again, they fucking like indie fucking wrestling. They like smarky shit. AEW caters to Smarks, but not a lot of people fucking really care much about AEW. Not a lot of people. Well, this would lead to, again, that same amount number. It's not gonna lead them to fucking literally watch every fucking week, and especially like, if Punk's not there. Now you like because there are fans of Punk, the Punk fans. They're not gonna fucking watch. Watch the ratings do go down a little bit because they want to make it seem like it's a statement. I do think Punk fans are toxic. They are. They fucking are. They fucking thought WWE was in the wrong when he left. And now look what's wrong. Am I saying it's Tony Khan's fault? I'm going to say it's everybody's fault. I'm not saying that Punk is at fault. He is at fault for definitely having a bit of an ego. He definitely does have an ego. And he should have controlled himself. Everybody fucking acted like it was like fucking middle school or elementary school. This was childish on everyone's part. They didn't act like adults. The EVPs did not act like adults. It's all their fault. It's everybody's fault. Everybody's out of wrong. I'm going to tell you who's out wrong. Fucking certainly Tony Khan. Tony Khan's at fault because he did not act like a fucking boss. Fucking apparently when he's created Collision, Fucking, you should see a Punk. See, like, are you fucking kidding me? You don't see McMahon does that for fucking Stone Cold, Stone Cold, or fucking Let's Go Cena. You don't see him doing that shit. You see fucking McMahon being a fucking man, an alpha male, fucking a boss. Again, like I said, the reason why people care about Punk, again, because he is one of those people who can cut a promo, not outside of talk and shit like that. Even though he says stupid shit like we came to Smarky fans, he's one of those people who actually knows how to talk, cut a promo and shit like that. That's why I like when he cut the promo in the debut episode of Collision and fucking when he came back or whatever. Even though he said fucking dumb shit, you know, ROH, you know, I left 2005F Wrestling. Now, 2022-21, I return. Like, motherfucker, what was fucking WWE? Obviously, came to smarky shit. But he knows how to talk still. He has that somewhat charisma. But whatever. But, unfortunately, like or not, he does have a fucking ego. Definitely Punk. Because he can't fucking handle this like a fucking man. He had to fucking kind of like, you know, having been an ego. And, you know, all he did works for children. I'll get that when he come back. Isn't it funny? Again, it's funny, like, you know, they bring him back hoping that this was not going to happen again. But obviously people were not happy that he was back. This was kind of inventable to happen. This was kind of inventable. After, like, his suspension back in 2022 and bring him back for Collision and shit like that. This was kind of inventable because people were ahead. But, and it's funny. The dream match that people were wanting to see. And now a supposed sort of dream match that people kind of want to see also with Jungle Boy. Kind of bring their, you know, real life shit to a fucking story. Him versus the EVPs is never gonna fucking happen now, huh? It's never gonna fucking happen. Which could have brought on some ratings. But no, they missed their point. You're never gonna have anything cool in AEW. They didn't want, and that's the sad thing also. Everybody's a fucking child. God forbid, turn something to a storyline, make your show intriguing. And they refuse to fucking do business because they're all fucking hating each other. Punk is at fault because, you know, he's a fucking, this high school drama shit. Hangman Page for shooting out Punk over Colt Cabana. Like, what's the point of that? Kenny and the Young Bucks for confronting Punk after the media scrum. Not acting like EVPs. Jack Perry for instigating the fight, you know. And Tony Khan for not being a stronger leader. It all from the beginning, man. I'm not sorry for fucking Tony Khan, because this guy, basically, you know, he treats these wrestlers like his action figures, and his action figures came to life, and basically fucking ran loose. I'm not really sorry. I honestly hope this kind of kills AEW, because again, and I know, like, why you probably a WWE show. No. I fucking hate modern wrestling. I hope it kills, because you know what? AEW should actually be the alternative. It should be a good promotion, but let's be honest here. Again, it's run by Smarks for Smarks. Why would I want that? I want a fucking cool wrestling promotion where fucking wrestling could be badass with large life characters, stories, fucking actual good matches with the stories and characters, not some boring, long, boring fucking smarky jizz fast flips and kicks galore bullshit. I want some actual good wrestling from what it was back in the days in the Attitude, Ruthless Aggression era, fucking the 80s even, 90s. And I want women to be feminine, not fucking hire tranny shit, and fucking goddamn men be metrosexual fucking gay fuckers that kiss each other in a You see that shit with a fucking Bullet Club and, oh lord. So I hope it does kill AEW. Good. Fuck this company. It's funny. It's fucking funny. It's funny to see this shit. It amuses me. Because it's fucking just shows like, this is not a fucking true, this is literally a glorified indie promotion that has no fucking guts. It really does not. So fuck it. I don't care. It amuses me. As for to be amusing if even the idea of Punk coming back to WWE. But you know damn well, it's gonna be probably kind of hard for Punk even coming back to WWE. But you know, it would be funny. It would be funny seeing how he was saying whatever. At least with Punk, even when he gets, if he was to come back to WWE, you know damn well his ego's not gonna play around there. You know he's gonna be a bitch for McMahon and Triple H. You know that. You know that. Let's talk about this. AEW All Elite Wrestling has terminated the wrestler employment agreements between Phil Brooks, CM Punk, and the AEW with cause. Effective immediately, determination of confirmed today by Tony Khan, CEO, General Manager, Head of Creative of AEW. Shut the fuck up. That just sounds like a fucking I do this. Yeah, you wonder why you're fucking not respected as a fucking boss. That's the thing. He's not respected as a boss. Why do you think Punk did what the fuck he did? Obviously it's not right. But for God's sakes, can you look at how fucking these people are a joke? The termination follows a week-long internal investigation of an incident occurred backstage on AEW's All in London on Sunday, August 27th. Following the investigation, the AEW Discipline Committee met and later convened of the outside legal counsel between making a unanimous recommendation to Khan that CM Punk will be terminated with cause. Khan offered the following statement. Phil played an important role in AEW, and I thank him for his contributions. The termination of his AEW contracts with cause is ultimately my decision and mine alone. I do think this is kind of bullshit. One of the things that's bullshit is because he's trying to seem like he has a tough guy. And that will cost him. Because now you lose one-year wrestlers that seem to supposed to be... That's also the problem. You understand, now you're costing your company. Like, there's a reason why people give a fuck about Brock Lesnar. And no matter what he does, we'll still care about... He will still be employed because he's a fucking badass. He's a draw and people respect the motherfucker. And if he does anything that's fucking stupid or like fucking deemed as, toxic... It's fucking probably for the well-good being, honestly. Who fucking cares? And he's like, who cares if he does it? You're costing yourself one of your only wrestlers that people somewhat give a fuck about because he was in WWE and, has, like, someone is a name that people know. You cost that because you want to seem like you're fucking tough now, huh? That's basically what Tony Khan is doing here. Because he's not respected as a boss. He's a fucking mark. Of course, I wish I don't have to share this news. Whatever. It comes at a disappointment to many fans. I mean, definitely the Punk fans or whatever, and the Smarks. Some Smarks. Some Smarks are still... Most Smarks still watch regardless, but it's not gonna be like fucking big name. No wonder you're never gonna be close to WWE or whatever, Nonetheless, I'm making this decision in the best interest of many amazing people who make AEW possible every week. Our talent staff, venue operators, and many others whose efforts are unsung, but essential to bring our fans great shows on television and at arenas and stadiums throughout the world. I saw his stupid fucking promo after Collision or on Collision, like, my life was threatened, but I'm promised I'm gonna put on a great AEW show. Even I saw even the little clip when he did on Collision that my life was threatened, but I have to I'm gonna promise to put the best wrestling. You're not gonna put on the good wrestling show. You're not. And for people say, is Punk fault why the main event, first of all, who really cares if fucking CM Punk what is he gonna do? Like, really, think about it. What is this match? Unless this was MJF, who's gonna give a shit about Punk versus some jobber like Ricky Starks, which is like the rumored match? Come on here. Punk already faced that motherfucker, who cares? Who cares about him facing a jobber? No one really cared about him and Samoa Joe even. Even though the Smarts like to pretend that match was good at All Out and whatever. Not I'm saying it was a bad match, but people were crapping on that because, we've seen that match 3 times. We didn't get to see whatever. No matter what match they were to do, why should we care? Unless it was even fucking him and the, versus the Elite. Him even versus Jungle Boy. Who was really gonna care about any Punk match? And honestly, would it even be main event worthy? Unless you were having him MJF, you really think one guy fucked up the card for All Out? No, that's Tony Khan and AEW's fault. They booked a show 1 week after their All In show. This is supposed to be their night 2 WrestleMania. And it's Punk's fault? It's Punk's fault because he's not going to be on the show, which, to be fair, he should be, because again, he is the top star one of the top stars they have. And ideally, the biggest match you could do that would make people care, even a build, from even last year or whatever, could have been him versus fucking MJF, right? That should have been the match, and title for title. Looks like we don't have the real world champion anymore, right? Now that's MJF is just a champion. I don't know what to really say, nor whatever, but in the end of the day, just a joke. What a joke. What a sad state of events. What a failure that AEW was able to do, man. But, boy, isn't this funny? 2 years. How much 2 years make? Even a year makes. And everybody fucking started hating on Punk, huh? I do think it's amusing. I do think it's pretty funny. But again, for people to think it's Punk's fault, I think it's everybody's fucking fault in AEW. Definitely the fucking wrestlers who are a bunch of marks for themselves are at fault also for even trying to have like a problem with this shit. Tony Khan not being a fucking legit boss. Everybody. Obviously, no disrespect to the production crew, because I don't even think it's not even their fault. Obviously, if Punk was to attack those people, obviously we would not be there. But if he was, yes, fuck Punk, because he is a bitch sometimes. He is. Him fucking attacking a fan one time. What you expect? But at least like over that, you have to understand what is important for entertainment industry. Sometimes you can't be fair. You can't be, it's gonna fucking not make people happy because you have to cater to unfortunately what's gonna make people care to watch. Even that includes hiring the biggest asshole in the world. Because you want a successful TV show, that's what you have to do. Punk was I'm not saying he's like a horrible guy. But he could definitely has a massive ego and could be a bitch at times. And it's like, if he was to do it, then yeah, fuck him for that. But now you're costing yourself of making people care about AEW. Okay. That's on you. It's not our fault if people don't care. And you know what? This is just like, wow. Oh, but AEW's not gonna fail. Sure, it's not gonna fail like now because you still have the money. They still have the money. But what's gonna fucking happen when when they lose their TV deals or whatever, and people don't care, even if they have money? Like, sure, that's what the thing. Tony Khan, he's paying for like TNT or whatever to keep him on. He has the money until he sadly loses it. Who's gonna really think this is the big promotion as it is? Sure, they have fucking guys like Jericho and shit like that. They have these people. But is it gonna be enough to keep this company going? You think really people are gonna care about these indie wrestlers? Some people saying, who cares if we don't have Punk anymore? We have Ospreay or all these jobbers, or all these fucking top indie wrestlers. You really think people know who care about these guys besides y'all? I don't think so. In the end of the day, I do think yes, part of it is Punk's fault. But this didn't need to happen. But you know what? It's fucking amusing. It sucks this happened because who's gonna fucking care about AEW now? Is one less reason for me to really like AEW or care for AEW. Not that I'm saying I'm this big Punk fan, but he does give me some interest to watch the show because there is some interest when he's on the show. Now that interest is kind of gone. There's no reason for me to really care about Collision since that's basically his show. So great. Collision's kind of dead now, even though it's live. But here's the thing. Here's the big thing. People act like he started this drama shit, but did they not remember that there was drama going on even before AEW and during when he wasn't there? The drama between Andrade and drama didn't involve him. Like Malachi and I don't know, something with Malachi Black or whatever. It's like fucking Eddie Kingston and Sammy Guevara, shit like that. I don't know, it's drama like that. There was drama between Pac or something. People who are not fucking not Punk. Now what's gonna happen when there's drama between fucking other wrestlers and now Punk is not there? Is Punk gonna be? That's what looks like it's gonna happen too. Now Punk gone, you have no excuse to blame Punk. Drama was always a thing in pro wrestling. It's just how it is. People are gonna be jealous about others or whatever. It's just how it is. It just sucked that yes, it's fucking child's play going on. But guess what? This wouldn't really be this bad, and people wouldn't be talking about it because of how fucking a fucking mark of a boss Tony Khan is. I'm not saying he's a bad guy. But he's not a fucking tough boss. He's not this great boss where he's gonna make the best decisions and be this respected boss where you gotta do your fucking job right and don't fuck up. Just how it is. People don't respect him like that. He's all friendly with these people. Not saying that it's not bad to be a nice boss. It's good to be a nice boss, but you have to also be a good boss, good at being the boss. And I think McMahon was a perfect mix. Like or not, McMahon, people respect McMahon. There's a reason, like or not, because again, people like to fucking bring up this allegation shit now. Like or not, there's a reason why people respect McMahon. Okay? Because he was fucking the alpha chat he is. and was respected as a fucking boss. People respect, like or not, even people respect Triple H. As much as I don't like Triple H's marquee bookings, he's also a better boss than Tony Khan is, because he's respected and he does stuff that, you know, again, he's respected as a boss. He's loved as a boss. That's why people prefer him more than McMahon, right? Even though that's like, there's a reason why I don't like Triple H and things, but like, there's people respect Triple H because he fucking makes sure that people, you know, he's not only respected, he fucking is the boss. People know he's the boss and respect him as the boss and fucking does what they have to do because he says so. Because he's the boss. What does that tell you? Fucking Tony Khan? Come on. Just how it is. I think AEW, it's funny, yeah, and now we're like a day away before their other big show, which is now like whatever. But hey, in the end of the day, man, that's AEW. That's news. It's amusing to see, but what can you really do, huh? Now Punk is gone. You can't really blame other people for drama. You can't really blame him for drama. Now you lost one little interest for your show. Now how you can make people care about the show? Expect more people, but I guess the chance to see Punk, it would be amusing to see. But hey, it's funny how people thought this was going to be the changing and wrestling is back. This is going to change the landscape of AEW. Now look what happened. Punk is gone, got released because of backstage drama and all this shit. Alright. It is what it is, folks. And yeah, this was the company that brought him back, and what a failure it was. About his career, let's be honest, his career was not really much of a highlight, let's be honest here. The only highlights, again, the drama shit, right? But sure, again, him coming back, facing Darby Allin, saying, I want to have a match with Darby Allin, instead of fucking developing a story for him to come back. Like, already, that's like, really kind of is gay. Like, come on, waiting for 7 years for this guy to come back, and he comes back like, oh, you know, I want to work all these talent, and like, it turns out he fucking says, which maybe he came to the store, like, senses that, yeah, these are children, you know, is what I believed in. But like, really, why would you come back and say, you know, I want to wrestle Darby Allin in a match with no story or whatever. I just want, you know, like, it's gay and it's not good wrestling. It's not entertaining. And then he wrestles jobbers and whatever. The only time he was really, like, it was entertaining to see him is, like, him and MJF, which I would say was a good, like, interesting feud to care about. You know, that was, like, one of the main highlights. Sure, him also fucking versus Hangman Page, which, even though that was kind of like a bit of fuck-up match, and yeah, he got injured, but, you know, that whole main thing, okay, there was no story until, like, you know, him mentioning it's AEW versus CM Punk's, like, what does that mean? And him getting injured, like, that's, like, the only thing to remember, like, CM Punk getting injured and suspended, like, God, this guy getting boo-boos and shit, like, ugh. And then, coming back, definitely one of the main highlights of Dynamite was him losing to Moxley like that, which, like it or not, was a good moment because it gave you that shocker. It was not going to be this long match for the Smarks, and, you know, you could have developed a story like that, you know, that, oh, you know, he's not ready, but he's going to come back and fight. Then they just, like, does this bullshit with Ace Steel, like, who the fuck is Ace Steel? Who cares a fuck about this guy that had a relationship? And then fucking now, he leaves and because he gets suspended and comes back and wrestles these jobbers in Collision. Like, who? Oh, he wants to work these guys. Like, who cares about these jobbers? And then now, look what happened. You didn't give us these dream matches that everybody wanted to see, which would have brought us some viewership ratings, made All In and All Out intriguing. You could have easily done the Elite versus fucking CM Punk and whatever, his team, like FTR, right? And then you could have maybe done him versus Omega and All Out. No. Alright. You get what you get, I guess, you know. It's not like that, oh, we're not guaranteed to get these things. But it would have definitely brought in some intriguement. But yeah, AEW, now CM Punk's gone. That's how it is. How would I feel? I do think it's amusing, it's funny. But it's like, wow, who's going to care about CM Punk? It's fucking funny. I mean, who's going to care about AEW? Like, really? Obviously, I'm still going to do my reviews and shit like that. But let's see if people could really care. I don't know. And again, I just think it's amusing. It just is also sad. You know, they bring this guy back for 7 years and, like, look what happened now. So much for trying to fucking bring some intrigue and care for this show. You know, and bring him back to wrestling. And then, what a joke. This supposed his return to wrestling after 7 years of quitting WWE. It's gonna be funny what they're gonna do if they were to bring it back in WWE and see whatever. But you know damn well you could be a bitch for fucking those people. But again, some decent things happen in AEW with CM Punk, but at the end of the day, what a joke of a fucking return to wrestling. Am I still a fan of Punk? Whatever. I'm not really always a big fan of the guy, because the guy could be an asshole at times. But I understand why he could be irritated by fans, but at the end of the day, it is what it is as a person. It's like, whatever. We don't know him much as a person. As a performer, he's good, sure, but not like a top star. But what a joke is a fucking run, and definitely his AEW run is a joke. So much for his return to wrestling. What a joke, folks. Anyways, that's all I'm saying. Till next time, peace. Yeah, bye. Just keep it real, folks. Screw all parties, man. That's all I have to say. Till next time, peace. Yeah, bye.